And very good morning slash afternoon slash other time appropriate greetings to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Speed Gaming and welcome to our next match in the Metroid Prime 2 Echoes Randomizer 2020 tournament. We got a good one for you today, folks. Today we've got Zoro303 and MightyCaesar37 in their second matches of this first round of Swiss. I am Captain NB13. I will be joined in a few minutes by Kirby Master, but folks, this is going to be a good one. Zoro and MightyCaesar are both pretty good Echoes racers, and this tournament so far has been nothing short of spectacular. If you folks were around last night for the race between Kirby Master and Op82, we had a lot of fun. It was a few extra rules were added in from a gentleman's agreement, and airy. We're just going to go with that. Yes, folks, for those who have not seen the Metroid Prime 2 randomizer before, we are basically scrambling all of the items around, so our runners will have to probably go every which way to get some of the necessary items needed to get the 9 Sky Temple keys needed to reach the Sky Temple and finish the game. Now, for this tournament, our runners will be starting at the ship, have a vanilla start, so item loss has already taken place, and they simply have Charge Beam and Morph Ball. That's all they're going to be starting with. They'll be making their way to the temple, the Great Temple, to grab their first set of items, including a missile launcher from GFMC Compound and their Violet Translator so they can get to Agon. And we're off! There are no special gentlemen's agreements for this race. It'll be purely tournament settings. Zoro a tiny bit late there on the tech skip. But, yep, we are going to get started. So both of our runners do have to go through the hive chambers here. So since we have a couple of minutes before things start amping up, as mentioned previously, this is the second race between, or the second race for both of these runners. Both coming off a loss so far, so they are both 0-1. Ironically, to both of our participants, both of our racers last night. We had Zoro facing off against Op82, and we had MightyCaesar facing off against Kirby Master. So they are both on even footing right now, but they are sure to provide a good race for you today. Both of our runners getting out of the hive chamber pretty much simultaneously. Now, first trick we may see from our runners will be the industrial site skip here. What will happen is our runners will attempt to get may attempt, I should say, to get a slope jump off of this, so they're both going for it, to get a slope jump off of that angled rock, to get onto the crates, onto the large cargo container, to ride along the container in this cutscene. They will then skip the cutscene once they've gone over the ledge, which will put them right in front of the door, if not out of bounds by accident. To answer a question in chat, yes, Charge Beam and Morph Ball are kept after item loss. Unlike Metroid Prime 1, which you literally just have Power Beam and Basic Jump. Something unique in Temple Assembly Site, it would appear that Zoro is attempting the task jump here. This is another slope jump that will get you onto this small pillar, which will allow you to reach the item in Temple Assembly Site without bombs or a space jump. MightyCaesar has elected not to go for task jump and is electing to continue straight on to the front to GFMC. Unfortunately, the splinters are going to start trolling him in a second. And he elects to pass up the Temple Assembly Site skip. MightyCaesar, meanwhile, did a little bit of some jumping and collision detection trickery to check the item and communications area, but No clear visual on what that was, so we're going to have to wait for bombs to come back for that. And we got another potential slope jump here coming up at the GFMC compound, known as the dupe jump. What MightyCaesar is doing is slope jumping up this surface here to get his first item, which is our Seeker missiles today. Seeker missiles do double as a missile launcher, since they also give you 5 missiles. And the benefit to getting the Seekers without triggering the cutscene there is they reappear upon triggering the cutscene at GFMC compound, allowing you to get 2 sets of missiles. Both runners getting the dupe jump with very little difficulty, followed by an additional slope jump to get up to the missile door out of GFMC compound without having to do the kinetic orb cannon puzzle. And MightyCaesar continuing the slope jump and dash jump expertise here by dodging the kinetic orb cannon puzzle in the Sacred Path. So to describe what a slope jump is, because we've been bringing that term up a lot already, slope jump happens when you jump against an angled surface. And what happens is the upward momentum from going up the slope is stacked on with the momentum of the regular jump. That is the space jump boots, I believe, in Transport A access, which is locked behind either bombs, power bombs, boost ball, or super missiles. That is a kind of rude spot for space jump, I'm not going to lie. Nice 10 missile drop for MightyCaesar for the Alpha Splinter fight. So with 10 missiles, this Dark Alpha Splinter fight will be considerably easier. That is something else I think, as THK mentions in chat, we should discuss. Suits are progressive in this tournament, which means that your first suit pickup will always be Dark Suit, the second always being Light Suit. Reason being, if we got Light Suit first, Dark Suit's kind of useless, so... however, Grapple Beam and Screw Attack we have elected to not be progressive. We just got main power bombs from the Alpha Splinter here. So the next $1 million question is, what item will Umos give us? And it is the Vanilla Violet Translator. Actually, for the tournament settings, it pretty much has to be. The Aegon Energy Controller contains a beam upgrade. That is another feature of the randomizer. Reading the Lumineth Hollow projectors will give you hints. There's actually quite a number of ways to get hints in the randomizer. One is scanning the Lumineth Hollow terminals. Second is by scanning the dead Luminoth keybearers, which will tell you what their Dark World ink caches contain. And third is scanning the Sky Temple key holsters, which will tell you where those respective Sky Temple keys are located, much like the artifact hints in Metroid Prime 1. Speaking of Sky Temple keys, there's one in Transport B access, so this is a pretty stacked Great Temple, I gotta say. So with Violet Translator in tow, both of our runners are going to go immediately to Aegon.
Morning.
And morning, Kirby Master. Welcome aboard.
From what I'm gathering, standard start. What was it?
Yes.
Save station?
Standard start, ship save station.
They have main power bombs already, or it's just a power bomb expansion?
Yes, main power bombs
Oh,
from Alpha Splinter.
okay.
And there's morph ball bombs in Temple Storage Depot.
Yeah, this looks like just a standard start.
Pretty much, although early main power bombs is definitely a plus, because that makes a couple of early game bosses, namely Bomb Guardian, quite trivial.
I hate using power bombs on Bomb Guardian because this hitbox is janky.
Mm-hmm. But
Capture
that
time
is
and power
Dark
bomb. Oh, hello there.
Visor in Temple Assembly Site. Now that means we already have access to check the ink caches. And we know that a beam is in the Aegon energy controller thanks to a hint from the Great Temple. And actually, with power bombs in tow, we're going to go right ahead to get the central dynamo item here.
Oh, this missile tank.
So yeah, we actually, because of the power bombs and the bombs in tow, we can actually go right back to Transport A access to go get our space jump boots and that Sky Temple key. Well, actually, no. Sky Temple key, we need Emerald Translator. Or I should say, to get them both at once, we need Emerald Translator.
So where was Emerald again?
We don't know where Emerald is.
Okay, okay.
We need that if we want to combine getting Space Jump and that Sky Temple key and Transport B access simultaneously.
I see. It is very convenient to have power bombs this early so you can get the hints here, because usually this hint's annoying to get.
Yeah,
later.
Zoro's just gotten Morph Ball bombs. Dark Visor's next up on the to-do list, I would wager.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Dark Temple key in the Sand Cache locked by Amber Translator.
Huh.
Now, Zoro is going back to Great Temple. He's going to take the liberty to pick up this Sky Temple key now, since this really is honestly the best time to do it.
Because he can grab... What was in save station item again?
The save station item was...
My brain's kind of messed up.
The save station item was Space Jump Boots, but
Okay, so...
he's got to go around because he needs Emerald. The door is up.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah, that's something the randomizer does now compensate for, is that once you enter through Transport A access the first time, that Emerald door stays up until you get the translator.
Mm-hmm. It looks like Caesar's going to go ahead and get Space Jump then.
Yeah, that... I would imagine both runners are going to do that, because you would be... Especially since you know where Space Jump is, you wouldn't want to dip Aegon without it.
Space Jump is pretty important in general, especially in Aegon. Well, anywhere, but...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, at least it's not Space Jump and Storage B like I've had on a couple of occasions.
Oh, God. Oh, Caesar's going back in this direction. He does have Seekers in the Dark Visor. Okay. So he can't escape in this direction.
That is true, actually.
Yeah, I rarely go in this direction because usually you're not going to have Dark Visor and Seekers this early. And in order to get out of Sacred Path in this direction, you need both of them, because this is a one-way path to unlock it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not used to seeing that door go down within 12 minutes.
Pretty convenient. Opens up another path.
Zoro taking another interesting route divergence that I've seen happen a lot as of late is that if you have bombs, he wants to go check Hive Chamber B now to get the item before Aegon, just in case it's something important. In this case, was an energy tank, which still is not a net bad thing to have going into Aegon.
Yeah, right. Typically, you want to go down in this area only after you've beaten Bomb Guardian, so you only have to come down here once for both items. But there is a chance that that item down there will be something you really need early on, so it's kind of a pseudo gamble. It's not really too much of a time loss, but yeah.
And yeah, this main power bomb pickup nice and early, really showing how seeds can start. We're already looking at Grand Wind Chamber.
Just marking all the SDK locations down. because I cannot keep track of them all in my head.
I didn't see what actually was in Wind Chamber. I didn't get a good look.
Me neither. I was paying attention to Zoro's screen. He's about to get his hint here. Emerald Translator and Aegon. Okay.
Extra missiles in Wind Chamber Gateway.
Might as well take them while you're here.
I think a nice scan dash followed by a roll space jump can't get you out of.
Did you mention that he's technically breaking logic right now?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, which isn't bad in this case, because you're only dipping into your rooms to check 2 quick items. So. Assuming you know how to do this quickly.
Yeah, a nice thing about Wind Chamber Gateway is for whatever reason you don't take terminal fall damage.
Oh, you don't? I didn't notice that. Huh. Today I learned.
Can't say the same for Grand Wind Chamber, though.
It looks like Zoro's doing a little bit of a skip knocking out his pillar. And he's going to be doing a slope jump here, which is a jump when you rub against the slope to get some extra height. This skip's going around Mining Plaza a second time, as per the intended way. It's kind of a really awkward one, because the slope you want to jump off of is like at the very edge of the floor on the right side. But
and if you go too far to the right, down you go.
Yeah. So on MightyCaesar then, he at least has a bit of intel on what was in the Wind Chamber area. Now, I'm guessing he's going to go straight to Aegon.
Yeah, now interestingly, Zoro dipped into Aegon, but I do not believe he picked up Space Jump.
He has not picked up Space Jump. You can get by without Space Jump for a bit, especially if you know how to do no Space Jump strats.
Yeah, and he's got bombs, so at least he can double bomb jump around a couple of obstacles. And we're getting a reliquary hint here.
Let's see what's here.
An expansion.
Good to know. Have we seen any seeds yet where something was in there?
Not yet.
Good, because that item sucks.
Yeah, it does.
It's not terrible, but it sucks in that if you don't have light suit at all, then you kind of have to... I don't know if Trivial Logic requires you to have Dark Suit and the bazillion E-Tanks to go get it. You can do it.
Yeah, it's basically the early newborn of Prime 2.
Sort of, yeah.
We are running on no tricks for the tournament. So the logic, I don't think at all is expecting you to have a suit, anything besides a light suit for this.
I see. It looks like Zoro is just going to go straight to the energy controller.
Well, what he did was trigger the Bomb Guardian, and then get teleported back in. So he's going to kill Bomb Guardian first after trying to get him to stay still so that exactly that doesn't happen.
This is why I hate power bombing him. The boxes are so janky. Looks like Caesar is also doing the dip into the underground area early.
Yeah, I was actually watching him practice before this race, and I think he had Screw Attack in there last time.
That
Not the case this time, unfortunately.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, tunnels are tough in this game, and there is the Emerald Translator on Bomb Guardian.
So we got a hint for it, and we're getting Emerald Translator this early, so there may be a chance that we may need to use it. So where would you use it at this point?
Well, actually, this makes things more convenient for Zoro because he can route in both the key and well, he already got the key in Transport B access. So yeah,
it's not going to be useful for now, but it'll be handy whenever he goes to Torfus.
And there's our Dark Beam in the Aegon Energy Controller, as foretold by the Great Temple Energy Controller hint.
And as Darksteel said in chat, Emerald Translator is nice for getting Space Jump a bit more quickly. So we can get into the other direction in Great Temple.
Now with Dark Beam and bombs, we can take a quick peek at Mine Shaft, which I think is what Zoro was going to do. And with Seeker Missiles, we can even take, and Power Bombs for that matter, we can peek into Mining Station B, and we can get the item in Storage A.
I think you need Light Beam for that.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Never mind.
It's the E-Tank. I'd probably get it personally. Yeah, it's getting it.
Yeah, if you have no intel on suits, I say you want to have at least 3 E-tanks before you start dipping into the Dark World. That would at least give you a minute of Dark Aether time, at most.
And I guess on the plus side, well, if you get this item, you're pretty much at the bottom of the shaft, so you might as well check what's in Mining Station B. Or he's not going to. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, the thing is, you can only get one of the 3 items right now. You can only get, or 3 checks, I should say.
Yeah.
You can only see Mining Station B. You can't go to Storage A, and we don't have Amber, so we can't read the hint.
So it looks like he's just opting to get out of there and probably go back later once he gets Amber and or, well, whatever else, Light Beam, whatever else is needed.
Yeah, and actually, once we get Light Beam, we'll actually be able to bust open the door to Sank's Spider Side.
Ooh, yeah, because it is open since they got the main power bombs.
Now, I don't know if our runners looked up for Mining Station A yet. I didn't see what was there.
I didn't catch it either.
MightyCaesar should give us another look. He's going to be heading in that direction in a moment.
Zoro's also about to get the item right here.
The actual missile launcher.
All right.
Now with Dark Beam in tow, thankfully the Dark Pirate fight here isn't too bad because you can still freeze the pirates with Dark Beam for some reason. Alternatively, he has a power bomb, so 3, 2, never mind. Okay, yeah, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, I'm gonna look at Caesar's screen to see if he's gonna look up for Mining Station B, Mining Station A.
Chat's saying it's a missile, and I think, yeah, I saw it was a missile.
Looks like a missile. Kind of looks like a missile. Okay, so there's a puzzle that Zoro's going to do. You're kind of expected to go through these warp tunnels back and forth and blow up these 3 locks. The game only checks if you blow up the last one. So you can do that pretty easily with Space Jump. Looks like he either forgot about that or doesn't know that you can do that with Space Jump.
Zoro doesn't have Space Jump.
Oh, he doesn't. Right. Good point.
So you can, however, go from this platform to the platform where the 3rd sand trigger is.
That is what the vanilla 100% speedrun does. So looks like he's gonna go ahead and do that.
A reminder to the audience, in Prime 2, or both GameCube Prime games, if it looks like you can stand on it, you could stand on it.
Pretty much.
Probably.
Prime 3 is, if it looks like you can stand on it, you can't.
If it looks like you could stand on it, you'll just slowly drift downward.
Yeah.
Or if you're playing on Trilogy.
Randomizer gonna happen. Not enough interest in it. Alright, so we're dipping into the Dark World without Space Jump. I'm not familiar with Zoro's skill level as a whole. So I don't know if he knows how to do the bomb jump to go to Jump Guardian backwards.
I would imagine
pretty healthy for that.
I would imagine he's going to at least use bombs to get to Space Jump's cheese spot a little easier. Oof, MightyCaesar not getting the power bomb either. And I understand what happened there. If you want to power bomb him, ideally, you want to catch the tail and the head in the same frame, so that when the tail gets hit and the head becomes vulnerable, they both go down in one hit.
Oh, I did not know that. No wonder my power bombs don't hit.
I think that's what the game is trying to make happen.
Yeah, this bomb jump Zoro's doing is not very intuitive. You have to unmorph pretty late so that you maintain some vertical momentum. And it looks like he's going to go ahead and, yeah, go backwards. In order to reach that spot, you have to jump off of this ink pod he's trying to reach. You're intended to come out of this area with Space Jump, so... Oh, there's Emerald.
Yeah.
Just got it.
Caesar's now got the Emerald. So yeah, both runners, besides the Space Jump difference, pretty much on equal footing here.
Zoro's a bit pretty much ahead, but he doesn't have Space Jump, which is pretty big, so...
Yeah, I mean, granted, he is going to go back for that because it's pretty much mandatory, but Caesar's going to have a little less of a hard time navigating Dark Aegon as a result.
Oof, he unmorphed early. So what happens is that there's kind of a 22-23 frame window when you go airborne and warp ball, where the game believes you're in the state of being unmorphed grounded, which is how BSJs and roll jumps work in the first place. But during a bomb jump, if you happen to unmorph in that frame, you're just gonna drop down. So if you want to try to do like a bomb jump into an unmorph to get somewhere higher, you kind of have to make sure you unmorph late after that frame window.
Okay. Looks like Zoro's going to make a quick pit stop to Trial Tunnel here before going for Jump Guardian. It makes a lot of sense. You have no Aegon keys. There's no indication you're coming back here. You might as well get this.
Mm-hmm. I've made it a habit to get it ever since like the first 3 or 4 randomizers I've done. It's put Light Beam in Trial Tunnel, and I keep forgetting it exists. So.
Oh my.
Yeah. It was kind of a meme to me now. Oh, hey.
Sky Temple key's still pretty good.
It's 2 down. Mark that down. Alright, so now where he's gonna go. Looks like he hasn't gotten Spider Ball yet, so he can't get Junction Sight.
No, he's gonna cheese Jump Guardian here, but so yeah, Jump Guardian's Jump Guardian's model is not loaded, but his hitbox is. So you can go right ahead and just hit him with conventional weapon attacks. The equivalent of 1100 damage will bring him down to 1 more hit and he's dead mode.
Mm-hmm.
Because yeah, the thing about Boost Guardian as well, I think, is that you drop their HP to 0 and then you have to hit them again to actually KO them. It's not like you can just blast them with a Sunburst in 1 shot and they're dead. You gotta actually deal another unit of damage after 0. Kind of strange.
Like, a lot of bosses kind of have a factor where they can't actually die during certain forms. It's like Chica Larva is actually another case where you can't kill Chica Larva while it's swimming around. You can leave it at 1 HP, and any damage you deal to it will do 0 damage until it leans on the platform, and then you can kill it.
Ah, okay. That I did not know.
Mm-hmm. There's probably a few other bosses like that. I don't remember off the top of my head. But Chica Larva is one of them. Missile tank. Okay. So Caesar's going to go ahead and demonstrate doing this skip here with Space Jump, probably.
That
Oh, I did not know you could do a slope jump there. Oh, that's Light Beam. Hello there.
Yeah, Light Beam and Junction Sight. If I has to hazard a guess, I'm pretty sure that means Spider Ball is here in Cache 4. Or it's in Storage B. Because I think you can get to Storage B without Light Beam.
You can probably dip into the Pirate Station too and get a handful of items there. So Spider Ball could be all the way back there.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much got to be back there because in Cache 4 was just a Dark Aegon key.
That's not a good sign.
Yeah, a motto I've taken.
Happy and sad to see those keys because it's like, well, I got a key, but I don't want to fight this boss either.
Yeah, thing with keys, for me personally, it's always been if you don't have the hint, get the key. Because the hints will guarantee you, at the very least, a hints for the main Temple Guardians and the Umos Sank Energy return. Didn't get the best look at missiles. Okay.
Oh, they're both doing a high five, passing by each other. But yeah, knowing how to do this area of Dark Aegon can be without Space Jump can be a pretty strong asset, just because in the case of this randomizer seed, if Space Jump is somewhere out of the way, but you happen to have bombs, and it lets you clean up a lot of this area without having to make a massive detour.
Yeah, going through this the first time without Dark Beam is always a pain, because then you have to skip in Cache 4.
Yeah, you usually want to come here with Dark Beam if possible.
Yeah, luckily, so far the seed's been pretty cooperative in that regard. Although it's teasing us with Junction Sight for now.
Well, that's a missile tank, but again, opening that gate is pretty important to open the option for going from the save station to this room. So. Are we going to see a ship warp? Huh? Yeah, we are.
Yeah, this makes sense. With both Guardians taken down, Hive Station A and GFMC Compound's items now both show up. Well, granted, Hive Chamber A, you got to take out Dark Missile Trooper, but we have power bombs.
Mm-hmm. This is kind of an interesting case where I feel like if you already got the second item in the Hive Chambers, but have not gotten Dark Missile Trooper, I feel like it might be worth just saving at your ship, and then if Dark Missile Trooper doesn't give you something useful, just reset. Because otherwise, you're going to have to go all the way back around.
True.
I just thought of that now. I don't know if it's actually faster. I think it will be.
And in Zoro's case, he's going to probably route in Space Jump through this whole sequence, and yep, that is exactly what Zoro was doing.
Oh, he did? Okay, cool.
MightyCaesar, MightyCaesar getting that Sky Temple key.
So no light beam yet. I suspect, as you mentioned, Zoro's going to go in and get Space Jump and then check out GFM's compound.
Yeah, MightyCaesar playing the Daredevil's delight here, getting to that health, getting to that save zone with less than 30 HP.
Yeah. Has anyone? Do you know how the drop system works, or has no one?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Basically, it is dependent on your equipment. Like if you're below 20% health, you're almost guaranteed a gold drop. Mm-hmm. If you're out of missiles, you're almost guaranteed 10 missiles, and if you're out of power bombs, you're almost guaranteed a power bomb drop.
Pretty much. I think if you're below half HP, you're almost guaranteed a light blue energy as well. So that's helpful.
Another thing I understand about the drops is that it checks how many items are on the map, but it checks every different frame. So if you were to blow up a lot of boxes on one frame and you had 0 power bombs, you could get multiple power bombs at once.
Night barbs are fantastic for that.
Yeah.
Same with the little fishy lanes.
Night barbs, power bombing the crates in Central Area Transport East.
Oh yeah, that too. I like using a Charge Annihilator shot for those things because, well, it has a pretty massive area of effect and kills everything on the same frame. And then you also get both light and dark ammo.
Yeah.
So Caesar's probably going to find out about light beam soon.
I think he actually already passed over it when
he went the normal route. Right.
Yeah, he passed over it already, so he knows about light beam. So I would imagine his next pit stop is Pirate Labs. Well, both runners actually, I think, are going to converge on Pirate Labs in a second here. Because there's not much else Zoro can do from up here.
In Zoro's case, it's kind of going to come down to what's in GFMC compound.
Yeah, the only thing that might change his mind would be super missiles. And with Dark Visor and Space Jump, I think actually we can access Phazon grounds, correct?
Phazon, Dark Visor, Space Jump.
Dark GFMC compound? Because there are those...
Beam for that?
No, the ones with the invisible platforms and the Dark Talon Metroids.
Right, but to get there in the first place, you need to cross the room to grapple points.
That's right, you're right.
But otherwise, yeah, you should be able to get that with Dark Visor, Space Jump.
Well now, that is Amber Translator on the GFS Air.
I was about to say, Caesar is going to be kind of ahead since Zoro has to go all the way back to Aegon now, but with Amber Translator in tow, that's going to give him a pretty big advantage now.
Well, what it's going to give him is the Dark Temple key. That's what we know that's in Sandcache. As far as checks are concerned, it also helps him get to Torvis from the front door. But yeah, that's the thing. Amber Translator is kind of weird in that regard. And yeah, he's just got the Sandcache hint now, so... Gonna be curious what red temple key that is. I'm gonna laugh if it's an Inghive key.
Yep, Caesar is dipping into the pirate base. Zoro's gonna go ahead and check out the wind chamber area, so not gonna really find much there. Hey, that means MightyCaesar's gonna be missing out on Amber for quite a while then.
Yeah, because there's not much compelling him to head back. Well, I would wager if, well, Spider Ball is probably going to show up here, so he's probably going to take a quick pit stop to Sank Spider side if I had to hazard a guess. We already have the energy to put Hazing Cliff into logic. Yeah, I like to call that area of Sank the Spider's Treasure just because it seems like the combo of Hall of Combat Mastery, Culling Chamber, and Hazing Cliff almost always has something you need.
I love dipping into that area because, yeah, there's almost always something there. And it's 3 quick checks in a row. All right. What was in the... What did MightyCaesar just get? I missed it.
It was a dark ammo tank.
Okay.
Nothing
Nice.
particularly special. Although dark ammo this early is pretty useful, because Dark Beam is really good for just mowing down these pirates.
Mm-hmm. It especially sucks if you have only light beam, because I think the calculations for dropping light ammo doesn't take into account. Well, it doesn't kick in if you don't have dark beam but have light beam. So it's really hard to get light ammo.
Yeah, it won't give you the other... It won't give you Dark Beam ammo unless it's much like with other weapons. If you're out of ammo, then it'll start dropping Dark Beam, like, as a pity drop. But yeah, until you get...
You can get dark beam ammo with dark beam alone, because like you're expected to have dark beam alone at some point in the game. But that's not the case for light beam. But I could be speaking out of my butt, so I could be wrong.
I think it's just in general that it won't give you beam ammunition until you get the other beam, unless you're out of ammo. In which case it'll drop like a couple 5s. Zoro finally getting that space jump. Let's get a storage B check here. Missiles. So you just got to be a little bit careful. The pirates do still deal 5 damage per hit.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, yeah, Caesar's gonna be coming up to flying pirates soon.
Yeah, luckily he hasn't faced Dark Samus 1 yet, so the layers aren't overlapping with the Talon Metroids.
And what is that up there? That looks like Annihilator. Huh.
I need another look at that.
You can usually tell from the little particles on top of it.
Yeah.
So, yep, that is Annihilator.
Fascinating. So that is actually... That could be our Light World access from Doomed Entry. Either way, MightyCaesar is going to get it.
Annihilator Beam can work without light ammo. You still have to charge it, though.
Yeah, although picking up light ammo tanks will allow you to use Annihilator Beam normally. Like, it will allow you to fire regular uncharged Annihilator shots. So, a little convenient in that regard.
This is both convenient and inconvenient, because on one hand, you got an Annihilator Beam, but on the other hand, as you mentioned, the portals are now open, meaning Spider Ball might take longer to get, which means Light Beam might take longer to get.
Well, Zoro knows exactly where Light Beam is, because the hint in Mining Station 8 just said a beam is in Junction Site. Thanks, game.
But yeah, like, if you're out of ammo on any sort of beam, you can charge a beam and fire a really weak shot of it, and this is something that a lot of players don't actually know about. and this is to prevent you from soft locking. So I've seen a lot of people criticize the game saying, oh, well, you can soft lock yourself if you run out of ammo, which isn't true because the game tells you can charge your beam if you're out of ammo. It's very weak, but it's there to prevent you, to let you still open up doors. So.
Yeah, I had the same concern when I first picked up the game. MightyCaesar making his way around the yeet beams here. Because they knock you around and they deal damage. Pretty much, I think it's 1 damage every 2 frames that you're stuck in the laser. So yeah, they hurt if you stay in them for too long.
Okay, good. He's saving. Oh wait, he has Dark Beam, so he wouldn't soft lock if he fought Dark Samus 1.
No. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay. It's a really convenient save because it lets you just gamble on Dark Samus 1, and then you can just reset if you happen to not be able to get out.
Yeah, that and it's right after the Yeet Beams, so you have a nice free heal. Because those can hurt sometimes. Also, we introduce you to Dark Samus, and we now would like to say have a nice day, Dark Samus. Yeah,
For some reason, Annihilator does like times 10 damage to Dark Samus. I don't know why.
And normally Annihilator does 12 damage, so that's 120 damage per shot.
It's either times 5 or times 10. Either way, it's absurd, and you can kill
think
it
it's
with
10.
10 shots. Convenient, we think.
Even if you didn't have Annihilator, Dark Samus is considered a creature of the light world, which makes sense because she technically came from Talon 4, which did not have a dark world.
Dark Samus Dark Samus 1 is not weak to Dark Beam, but 2 and 3 are.
Okay.
Which is easy to mix up because, yeah.
And it is 5 times weak. Okay. Thanks, Dark Zero.
Thanks, Dark Zero. Alright, so dip into the pirate base. I mean, Dark World. About to see what's here.
I believe that was an energy tank for Doomed Entry. Nope, that is a ball upgrade.
Ooh.
And there's our spider ball. Now, here's what I'm wondering. Was the game expecting you to get Annihilator and then backtrack to Doom before going to Doomed Entry, or are Super Missiles going to show up so you can go through Warrior's Walk?
That is a good question. I don't think there's any other items you can get here, though.
Well, there's one. Well, yeah, no, you're right, because he can't get in Cache 1 without soft locking, no light beam.
And we know it's not even a light beam. You could technically get Vanilla Sonic Boom, I think, but you need to know a really dumb dash for it.
Yeah, that normally is reachable by Screw Attack.
Alright, so Zoro's gonna go ahead and get his Annihilator Beam. Did Caesar check what's in this room?
As in the item in the casing? No.
Yeah, okay.
I want to say energy tank, but I'm not sure.
I haven't gotten a good look at it either. I think he's about to check. Or not.
Yeah, with that spider ball, MightyCaesar can now go grab the light beam out of junction site. It's going to be a bit of a long walk. I would wager after that, though, he's going to come back in this direction to maybe make a quick pit stop at Sank Spider's side. We're also going to get a central mining station check here.
Yeah, so for this room, you have to reload it in order for the flying in-cache lure to show up.
Yeah.
But you normally have to use a turret to get into this little corridor, but if you don't need the item here, you can just scan.
I'm sorry, is that 2 charge combos in a row?
Huh.
Oh, you know what?
That could be Super Burst, honestly.
It could be. And I bet you it is. And I'll tell you why. We have Dark Beam, we have Space Jump, and we're about to get Light Beam.
We have Dark Visor. He's probably going to have to come back to Doomed Entry just for that. Oof. I hope I'm wrong, but I think that's pretty likely.
Yeah, it is pretty like there's a lot of back and forth in this early in this Aegon today.
Which would suck, because if they had supers, then they don't have to go back and forth at all, but... well.
Actually, you know something? That would also make sense for going through Warrior's Walk to get Light Beam. Say you skipped Annihilator.
Let's see.
So I don't know if that's like a specific backup plan the logic comes up with, but I think your assessment is correct that it is super missiles in Battleground. At the very least, this is not Mining Plaza.
Yeah, I have yet to get a seed in recent months where something is in Mining Plaza, and I hope it stays that way for a while.
Knowing this tournament, it's probably going to show up soon.
It's going to happen. Oh, there's Light Beam, and now like half the game basically just opened up for Caesar, so...
Yeah, actually, with Spider Ball, a large quantity of Sank is open.
Although he does not have Amber Translator.
True.
So he can't go to Taurus Studer Front.
An answer, no ops. Caesar did not go back for the key in Transport B access yet. He didn't have Emerald at the time, so he just got the Space Jump boots and went back to Aegon. It is convenient that you can scan the key bearer through the force field.
Thank goodness.
So you don't have to trigger a pirate fight.
Oh, Zoro just had a bit of a pause there. He probably realized it could be supers.
MightyCaesar typed in the IRC, interesting seed.
Oh yeah, when I raced MightyCaesar, and Dark Beam happened to be like auto in Torvus Lagoon. I think Caesar messaged me in IRC, this is certainly a seed. I'm like, yup. And then an hour later, I told him, yep, this is a seed. And he's like,
I remember
yep,
that. I remember that. Zoro went and checked Sand Cache, and the red temple key that was foretold was an Aegon key.
Oh yeah, Zoro has all the hints. Well, he can get the hints.
Yeah, one more coming up here in the Aegon portal chamber.
It's convenient because it's on the way to getting like... Oh,
or not.
He forgot.
I think he forgot about it, yeah.
I forgot about that one too.
Yeah, that one's pretty covered. That one's easy to miss.
Like, I never knew that existed until I started randomizers with hints, and I'm like, oh, huh, okay, good to know. So yeah, looks like Caesar's gonna go straight to Battleground and check that out.
Yeah,
which is a good play, because like you can also get 2 or 3 other checks in this area with Light Beam now.
Yeah, you can throw in Ink Cache 1, you can throw in Warrior's Walk. If Screw Attack happens to show up, you can get Ink Cache 2. I mean, stranger things have happened. Rando will Rando.
Rando will Rando. Wait, who made the seed?
I do not know.
Because I know Bash made a group of seeds to prepare for the tourney, but if this is a Bash seed, then we've got... It's going to be an interesting seed.
Something's going to come up.
Yeah.
I mean, this back and forth with super missiles is already pretty tough to navigate as is.
Mm-hmm.
If there is one thing I have noticed from watching MightyCaesar is that he does like to play Daredevil a lot. So he'll do a lot of low health Dark World runs.
Which I guess it depends on how experienced you are with the game. It looks scary, but if the player knows where all the drops are and how to abuse the drop mechanics, then it's not that scary.
Absolutely.
Missiles.
And Battleground itself has another red key. I believe that is it could be a vanilla key, a vanilla Aegon key, which if it is, oh boy.
Ooh. This is going to be a little annoying to get with only like 100 health. Yep, those are supers.
Absolutely. Whoa, that is a nice bit of movement tech there.
I did not know about that. Interesting. I'm gonna have to remember that. All right.
Now, luckily with Annihilator Beam, these Warrior Ing are absolutely painless.
Sometimes their AI can be kind of janky in that they'll just run adjacent to the force field without dying, so you kind of have to kill them manually sometimes.
Like this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing a power bomb can't fix.
I think I've had like two or three Warrior Ing running against each other like that. It was pretty funny.
Yeah, the hitboxes with Ing are a little weird.
But yeah, you typically only want to Annihilator one barrier, and then light beam all the others, because sometimes random Ing will just run into them.
Yeah, the funny thing about the Ing is that their AI is just not great. Oh, I also just noticed we're getting a Storage A and a Mining Station B check from Zoro.
What was it? I missed it.
Mining Station B, I'm looking at my playback, was a cheeseburger, and the Storage A was a light ammo tank. So nothing of significance in Storage B, unfortunately.
Did you catch the hint?
I'm taking another quick look at the playback. Looks like he didn't go for it.
Ooh. Missed opportunity.
But yeah, that's MightyCaesar's super missiles and almost last Aegon key in tow.
We may see an early game Amorphous gamble, depending on when they get the last Amorphous key.
Yeah, well, in Zoro's case, Zoro's got to come back for this Battleground key first, but Zoro's the only one who can do it until MightyCaesar picks up Amber. Because, yeah, one of those keys was in Sandcache.
You might be going to Sanctuary.
Yeah, I like this play, especially considering Zoro does have a lot of energy tanks. So, again, Hazing Cliff and Culling Chamber seem like really good ideas right now.
Looks like a missile tank. Oh no, dark ammo. All right. The orange lighting threw me off.
Yeah, Zoro's gonna finish up the loop through Pirate Labs first, get those super missiles, and then probably go to Sang Spider's side if I had to hazard a guess. I believe we are seeing an Ink Cache 2 check from MightyCaesar.
Is he going to go for the scan dash? I assume so, because I don't see any other reason to come this way.
Exactly, yeah.
Huh. Alright, so this is out of logic. You need Screw Attack to get this, but I suppose since he's here, he's going to just go for it so he doesn't have to come back here. Which is fine. It's a good play to make if you know how to do the scan dash consistently. The key word is consistently. So, we'll see. I think he's too far.
Oof. It looked like he just had it, but he fell backwards.
It's not like the hardest scan dash to do in the game, but like each time you fail it, you have to climb all the way back up, which makes it annoying. So
Yeah.
looks like he needs a bit more height.
Yeah, that time it was a little further back.
I find it helpful to bend your dash forward. Gives you a bit more leeway, but
How is that done?
you basically, if you want to bend it forward, you basically press up right after you press B.
Like that?
It looks like you did that. Yep, there we go.
And you get not exactly Annihilator
combo.
Super Missile combo, which means that the combo in Dark Oasis has to be Sunburst. Or, no, it's either a Sonic Boom or Sunburst.
In other words, they're not getting it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is probably a good opportunity to ship warp.
Yeah, Mighty Caesar's case, there's not much else that can be done here, so I think he's going to, well, he's already checked,
He hasn't done much of Tempo Grounds compared to Zoro. Like, he still hasn't gotten Amber from GFMC.
no, and he's got to go back for that Sky Temple key and transport B access too.
Curious to see what he's going to do.
I think he's going to divert to Sank Spider.
Makes sense.
He's right around the corner. He's got Spider Ball Light Beam, plenty of ammo. Although, actually, correct me if I'm wrong, but I do not believe Mighty Caesar checked Warrior's Walk. Unless
no, he did not.
Unless
right.
I'm completely drawing a blank.
Caesar did not check Warrior's Walk. I don't think either player did. Yeah, Zoro just got Super, so he couldn't have until now.
Yeah, I think Zoro might check it now.
I mean, it is kind of scary because you have to walk through those Inkclaw, but you don't take that much damage if you're fast enough.
You know, yeah, and the other thing is they don't have Boost Ball yet, so that can be an excellent sort of way to bypass. Oh, Mighty Caesar's going for Storage C, I see.
Makes sense. I see what he's going for.
Yeah, I just realized what I said it too. Looks like Zoro is going to go for Warrior's Walk here.
Yeah, so they're both about to get a Super Missile check, just in different areas.
Warrior's Walk is Dark Ammo.
All right. Would be nice. Yep, he's getting it. And this is what Captain was talking about. He destroyed 2 Metroids on the same frame, so they both drop power bombs.
Yeah, he had 0.
Oh, yeah. That dash you want to bend backwards. Well, you can't make it without bending it, but it's a lot easier if you bend it.
He's been doing really good with his, like, tricky scan dash jumps so far. This one's a light tank. How appropriate. We had a dark tank in Warrior's Walk and a light tank in Storage C.
I just realized that, yeah. All right, what's the next play?
Ooh, Zoro electing to gamble a Morbus here. With Super Missiles and Light Beam, this is not a bad idea.
I think there was this one time where I put off a Morbus for a really long time because it's a boss, but really, as long as you have Light Beam or Supers or Seekers, it's not that bad. It doesn't take that long.
Yeah, like 60 light ammo in this fight's pretty much free.
Yeah, and it isn't a bad idea because we've gotten hints for all the Aegon keys. So,
very true.
And if he does Morbus now, he doesn't have to come back here ever again.
Now, I don't believe... I don't believe we've gotten the best look at Mining Plaza yet.
No, we have not.
Unfortunately, Zoro had to wait for his super missiles to recharge, so had to go for a 2-cycle there. Charged Light Beam is a lot faster in that regard, but he doesn't exactly have the best light ammo cap right now.
It's more important to save it for this phase, to skip their laser attack.
Absolutely, yeah, because that laser attack just takes a while, and you can't do anything, and it's laggy on Dolphin.
So it looks like Zoro's going to go ahead and do a little bit of a skip. Never mind. He was going to try to do a skip so that the third worm does not show up in the third phase, but without Boost Ball, it's a lot harder.
Yeah. Basically, if you manage to get both worms before the first one fully burrows, the game will still think you're on the 2-worm phase, but after you kill the second worm the third time, that'll be game over for Morbus. However, if you do that during the third phase, you soft lock.
Yeah, so bad idea on the third phase. This trick was actually not known for quite a while. Clara stumbled upon it completely on accident like 3 or 4 years ago.
Wow.
And she had her mic on. She was like, what? What? Which, if you're fast enough, you can totally do it on accident. So, yeah.
Yeah, interesting thing about bombing a Morbus, the bombs actually do like magnetize to you if you fire them like a half a second before entering a Morbus's mouth. It's really weird.
I feel like the position of the bombs doesn't matter. It's the timing of the bombs relative to when you get sucked in. I'm just making this up. That's what it seems like, though.
Yeah, because I've seen bombs get, thrown in from like a 30-degree angle. And a Morbus reward survey says... Debated.
Very much debated. Looks like Zoro's going to go ahead and get the Aegon energy. The only reason to do this is if you want to get the Mining Plaza item, because that item requires you to get the Aegon energy, return the Aegon energy to the light version of Aegon Temple, and also have Echo Locked, Echo Visor, and Screw Attack. It's a pretty bad item to get, but
yeah, that's
since it's here anyways, he's going to go ahead and get it.
Yeah, it's one of the more complex chains. So MightyCaesar may end up being in the middle of a sort of a blessing in disguise here by not getting Amber yet.
Oh yeah, that's true, because the Amber hints pointed towards a Morbus.
Yeah, if it were me, especially considering I have Sang Spider's side to go for, and Amber and Emerald. Sorry, words.
Words are difficult.
I would honestly have looked out for a hint first, but kept the keys in tow just in case.
So I'm interested to see where Caesar's going to go now.
I don't think he has a choice at this point. I'm pretty sure he has to go to either Sang Spider's side or Save Orb.
And get GFMC.
Mm-hmm.
Check it. So yeah, in Zoro's case, he's free to go through Torvis or Sanctuary at the moment, I think. Yeah, because they have Supers and Amber.
Yeah. So yeah, he can get into Torvis. He can check pretty much all of Upper Torvis, I think. Yeah, pretty much all of Upper Torvis.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that he can't check in Logic is Torvis Lagoon. Because it is Gravity Booster locked. And technically Path of Roots needs a can swing.
That's true. Yeah, I think if you know how to do your underwater dashes, it wouldn't be a bad option to go to Torvis, do what you can, and then go to Lower Torvis to go through the elevator to Sanctuary from there.
How much do you want to bet Gravity Boosters in Hazing Cliff?
We're about to see. But yeah, no, I personally would just go to Sanctuary at this point. It's easier, it's simpler.
Yeah, you have Spider Ball. I would wager MightyCaesar knows the instant morph skip for the Hall of Combat Mastery puzzle.
Oh, that trick is mine, by the way. I found it.
Oh.
Because
Thank you.
back in the day, yeah, it's so nice. Back in the day, the old strat was to screw attack into there, which was horrible. It wasn't that bad, but I was really bad at it. So I'm like, okay, there has to be a way to do this. And you can just instant morph. And I'm like, okay, cool.
All right, Hall of Combat Mastery is a power bomb.
It's not a power bomb; it's a cheeseburger.
Yeah. Okay. I guess we're definitely sticking with cheeseburgers now. You know, it's a good thing I cooked something and ate before this. Interesting. Oh, you know what? Mighty Caesar's health is a little too low for comfort, so he's going to get a refill here at the top of Cat East. I'm calling these cats. Cat East, Cat West. Now that is the biggest power. Case in point, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, for the tournament settings, Hazing Cliff requires at least 225 energy, I think, because under ideal circumstances, it'd be 150. I believe that was a missile tank in the Dynamo Works tunnel. So that's Spider Guardian 2 out of 3 dead.
All that's left is Spider Guardian itself, which you can't skip. And it has something, so.
I'm pretty sure Zoro just panicked for a second before that Metroid got to him. I would.
The Metroids in this room are really annoying. If you have both the Metroid layer and the Space Pirate layer on, and you kill the Space Pirates, then during the cutscenes, usually a Metroid's just going to latch onto you during that cutscene.
Yeah, you demonstrated that twice, actually, in your race last night.
I made it a habit to morph immediately after the cutscene just to powerbomb them off.
Mighty Caesar having a little bit of a trouble with this puzzle. I think it's just a Z pattern for the first one.
It's bottom right, top left, bottom left. That's the fastest pattern I know of.
Yeah, you're right. For that one. The other one, it's like bottom left twice, upper left twice, bottom right twice.
I don't remember it in words. I just do it.
Yeah.
I know I shoot one of the targets 3 times, but I don't remember which one. So Caesar does not have Screw Attack or Grapple Beam. I'm gonna guess he knows how to do the roll jump and watch station access, which is a pretty huge skip, actually. Very underrated by a lot of viewers.
Yeah, I would wager he is, because he already did demonstrated he can do the roll jump out of Wind Chamber Gateway. Mm-hmm. So safe bet, yeah.
But he's gonna go ahead and unlock the second ring of the gyro first, or rather freeze it. You want to do this because if you try to go to Airy without freezing the second ring, you crash the game. Oh, no, I think if you try to take the Echo Lock cannon without stopping the second ring, you crash the game.
Is that even possible? Because
yeah, you can.
I thought the cannon didn't load until you drop the door.
But you can still drop the door with the Echo Locks at the bottom.
I thought that didn't happen until you reloaded the room after the second gyro stopped.
Is it? I could be wrong then. I know there's a way to crash the game if you haven't stopped the second ring. Basically, you always want to stop it no matter what.
Yeah.
I didn't catch what was in Temple Access, but it was probably not something useful.
Well, if it was something useful, Mighty Caesar wouldn't be able to get it anyway.
Yeah, no boost ball. Oh yeah, so you can do the puzzle and the reload. Okay, I see. Yep, so here's Watch Station Access. Welcome to one of the biggest skips in the game.
And congratulations, have yourself a missile tank.
Nice. Yeah, because to get to this area as intended, you're supposed to like fight Caretaker Drone, use Echo Visor, and then take the elevator all the way to the top to get up here. But you can just come up here without Spider Ball, without Echo Visor, without any.
Yeah, now what Mighty Caesar's going to do here is do a slope jump to get on top of this sort of doorway ceiling. Get onto the Spider Ball tracks here. And he's going to try and do this in one swoop here. He's going to jump. He's going to back jump into an instant morph into the bomb slot to raise the portal. Then, ideally, using the raised door, try to get to the Spider Ball track right above him. like so.
Nice. So this isn't strictly necessary because you could just do this puzzle with Spider Ball, but doing the skip that Caesar did is just a lot faster, even if in general. So.
Oh, the Aegon energy controller hint was for super missiles.
Oh, well then.
That it was in Dark Aegon Waste. Thanks, game. Mighty Caesar, however, getting Cobalt Translator, so we're going to get another series of hint checks. And it is a Power Bomb tank first, returning the Sank energy, so...
That's one check up for Quadraxis dead.
Yeah. Yeah, that's only one check. We haven't seen the other one. Zoro now making his way to Sank Spider side.
So he's basically following in Caesar's footsteps now.
I couldn't see what that was, an aerial training site, but it didn't look important. It definitely wasn't a suit.
I missed it.
It looks like it was either a E-tank or a missile, I'm not sure. But it wasn't a key, and it wasn't a like glowing white upgrade, so it wasn't, and I don't think it was a visor either.
Alright, what's in this room?
Mighty Caesar did not check the SA wall. He just literally noped out, figuring he can't get it. That's a missile tank in main research.
Yep.
Make sure to collect an energy transfer module, otherwise your run won't be valid. Culling chamber having just a dark ammo tank.
Nice little fancy scan dash there to get to the spider track more quickly.
And I believe that's another cheeseburger
yeah,
in transit station.
Yeah.
And oh my goodness, the spider's treasure not having progression for a change.
Huh.
Looks like Mighty Caesar is electing to bomb space jump up to get this power bomb. Nicely done.
Yeah,
So
that BSJ is kind of iffy.
So one time I saw something important in here. I think it was a Sky Temple key. And I did the slope jump screw attack to get to that spider ball track. Mm-hmm. Then I did another precision screw attack to get into the tunnel first try, and then went to go get the key, except minor problem, I forgot I didn't have spider ball.
You can BSJ out of there.
Yeah, and I can't BSJ for the life of me, so that was a soft lock for me. It was like, well, rip.
Is he gonna check map station? Oh no, he doesn't have light suit. Never mind. Still no suits.
Yeah, this is a little... I mean, with 3 or 4 E-tanks, the Dark World's not the worst thing in the world without a suit, but you would still absolutely like to... I think you absolutely need at least one suit to finish the game. With like 5 or 6 E-tanks.
Yeah, like this amount of health is enough to get by, but it's not enough for you to just ignore your health, basically.
Right.
That body is so annoying. I did not know you could roll that way around it. Wow. Okay. Today I learned.
Well, it brings me into the truth to the saying you learn something new every day.
Yeah.
A Dark Zero says the logic would suggest 8 E-tanks for Emperor A.
Okay. Spider's treasure.
For suitless.
Although, you could opt to also check Hive Gyro Chamber. You can't get it. Well, you could. You could get it, technically.
You could...
Without a bounds.
Possibly get it, yeah.
Actually, wouldn't it be a bad idea, because you can just...
Well...
check out of there.
Mighty Caesar just took Cliff and dragged him down to the bottom.
Alright, see ya, Metroid. Alright, where's he off to now?
Well, let me think. We've seen the vault side now. We've actually pretty much cleared
We've seen
out
the majority of Sanctuary.
We pretty much cleared out all of Sank that we could. I think the next stop is Torvis.
He can't as of now. No Amber, no Seekers.
After, yeah, I was gonna say after a save, after
No
a save
boost.
warp. Although he has Seekers and he does have Seekers and Supers. If he saves at the ship, he may elect to check his Sky Temple hints.
Yeah, that could be a thing. But yeah, I feel like Caesar's pretty much ahead at this point, but Zoro has the Amber Translator, which allows the option for front side Torvis, which is a pretty big option at this point.
Yeah, the one advantage, it's kind of a double-edged sword right now with Amber Translator, because on one end it debated Zoro toward a Morbus. On the other end, it did give him it does give him the Torvis access, as you say.
Having a bit of trouble with this roll jump.
Yeah, unfortunately, this is not Wind Chamber Gateway, so you will take fall damage.
Yeah, I feel like you want to roll off the right or left tip just because there's a bit more ground, so it's easier to cover the camera. Curious to see what Caesar's doing here.
Getting a quick look at Mining Plaza, but I think it is just a missile.
Yeah, I think that's a missile.
So yeah, I think so yeah, Morbus is dead.
That is unfortunate on Zoro's end.
And yeah, Mighty Caesar taking a save.
I think at this point, is Caesar going to go check GFMC or not? I think that's going to be a pretty big swinger for this race.
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is without Screw Attack, I mean, you could Scan Dash, obviously, but it's kind of tough to get from GFMC to Torvis Quadrant, not to mention you can only go
oh, that's true. So you
one way because you don't have
to move the block.
Yeah, the crystal blocks are still in the way. So I feel like after checking Hive Chamber, the Hive Chambers, ideally he would go to Torvis Quadrant first, check his Sky Temple hints, and then do a loop around Temple Grounds.
I'm not sure if you could check Sky Temple key hints without saves coming.
It's possible.
Sure, it's possible. I would not be comfortable with 3 E-Tanks doing it, though.
Yeah, you might end up having to wait a minute. Yeah, I can see the,
Like, if I did it with 3 E-Tanks, I would at least save scum it.
Fun fact, those GF troopers can shoot and open up that door.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I've seen it happen.
And as I suspected, Mighty Caesar is heading towards, back towards, the Hall of Combat Mastery. Not Combat Mastery, Hall of Honor Dead. Sorry, wrong hall. At least it's not like Prime 1 where half the names are ruined.
Ruined Courtyard, Ruined Shrine, what else is there?
Ruined Nursery.
Oh, God, yeah, that's the Chosen Ruins. I kind of want to get into Prime 1 randomizers.
Well, Prime Rando did just 2.0 a couple of weeks back, actually.
Yeah, I have an ISO from that now, but I just haven't gotten around to playing it yet.
Defiled Shrine is an expansion. And yeah, Mighty Caesar's going to check Hall of Honor Dead, but he won't be able to pick the item up without Boost Ball.
Also, nice 3 BSJ from Zoro. That is a bit faster than doing the slope jump, but that requires being good at the 3 BSJ. I don't do it personally because I kind of suck at them. And yeah.
Looks like a Dark Tank in Hall of Honor Dead.
Yeah, that's a dark expansion.
I'm seeing a question in chat. When is the Prime 3 Google Translate Edition turning going to start? Oh, I've never seen that. Is that like an actual thing?
I don't think so yet. Speaking of Prime 3, I legit would be really interested in a Corruption Randomizer. I mean, it would be the weakest of the three, I feel like, but it'd still be pretty fun.
Yeah, well, the main go-to item would be PED suits. Like, if you can't find that, you're screwed.
Yeah.
Mighty Caesar. Oh, right, that's oh, Echo is in Sank Map Station.
So that may or may not be required. If it's required, they need both suits.
Yeah.
So, which is unfortunate.
Especially since we don't know where either of them are. Although we can get one quick check here in what's the name of this path to the temple?
Which one?
The one right before the path to Sky Temple. Dark Visor Seeker Lock. War Ritual, thank you.
I think so. It's either that or the one, whatever the dark version name of TSA is. I always mix their names up. Finding a new type of grapple in every meme location.
Is that Boost Ball?
3. Oh.
Or is that Gravity Booster?
Oh, either way, you want that.
Absolutely.
You very much want that.
Seeker Missiles, best upgrade in the Prime series. That is indeed Gravity Booster.
You fire the Seeker Missiles without, like, aiming with the R button. Like, so you get all the lock-ons first, and then you don't hold R anymore. You just go back to your neutral aim position and then fire them.
Fascinating.
Which I've started trying that out recently, and it's been working fine for me.
Well, the thing I notice about Seeker Missiles is that the missiles, if you, like, fire all 5 at once, the missiles kind of fire outward from your cannon, like, from the corners of a pentagon, if it makes any sense. And then they track to the targets in the order they were locked on. So I find that if I circle from the bottom leftmost, switch to the bottom rightmost, going clockwise, that they tend to land more often. If that makes any sense whatsoever. Alright, I think Mighty Caesar is actually going to have to save Scum and Sky Temple key hints, because there is no way he's making it back with only 60 health and a total of 10 seconds of Dark World time. He might not even get all the keys. Under Temple access. Yeah, he's not going to make it. He's only going to be able to get like 5. I think he's just realizing that now, too. Torvusbog Temple access, that's free. I think he's taking the time to write them down, or at least the ones he will be able to write down. He's only going to be able to get 2 more hints at best. A Cursed Lake, we know. Hopefully this next one is not Transport B access, because that's going to be like, yeah, thanks, game. Abandoned Worksite, that's free. Unfortunately, that's about all we're going to learn. Oops. So yeah, we now know about Abandoned Worksite, Torvus Temple access, and Torvus Under Temple access. So that's 3 other keys we now know about, which leaves, besides a Cursed Lake, 3 unknowns.
What was a Cursed Lake, Torvus Temple access, Abandoned Worksite, Under Temple access. They already have one from Great Temple, so that's 4. Trout Tunnel as well, so that's 3 unaccounted for.
So that's 3 unaccounted. Yeah, 3 unaccounted for. We'll see if Mighty Caesar elects to check them again. Or check the other 3. I think he might, considering he took the time to write those, the 4 he did get down.
He's going to want to get them anyways, because Gravity Boost is there.
That's true. He's got to go back for Gravity Booster.
Yeah, that was an unfortunate mistake.
Yeah, I think he just took too much damage from the Spankweeds on the way to,
nice name.
on the way to the temple. I mean, that's what they are.
So now is Zoro going to go ahead and check the Sky Temple key hints?
Oh, I would wager so.
Yeah, it's a good time to do it.
He's got the extra E-Tank too, so he could even bust out with them too, probably.
Make sure you have either enough health or you have the option of saves coming. So, okay. Out of the Sky Temple key hints we have, they don't need suits yet, which is good. Torvus Temple access is free. Abandoned Worksite technically requires grapple.
Yes, but
you can get that with the VSJ pretty easily.
That and Screw Attack has to show up eventually.
It does.
Because it's required to get to Emperor Ring.
Under Temple access, which room is that again?
That's the room right before Powerbomb Guardian.
And the Powerbomb Guardian room is under Temple, right?
Yeah, and that's free. We can get there easily with, especially with Gravity Booster.
Right. So at the moment, they can get all the SDKs they know of.
Yes.
Well, besides Dark Visor. No, they have a Dark Visor.
Yeah, Dark Visor was free.
Cursed Lake does not require Light Suit. So yeah, they can get all the keys they know of right now. So it kind of comes down to the last 3 keys.
Well, we'll see.
And depending on what hints we get, this might just turn into a hunt for Screw Attack.
That is true. Despite all that we have seen, we have not seen Torvus at all. So it is entirely possible our remaining 3 Torvus keys remaining 3 keys can be in like the 2 Dark Torvus caches in Portal Chamber. I'm gonna laugh if that's exactly where they all are. But yeah, Caesar did not check those last 3 hints. He's just electing to, well, just now realizing that, yeah, it still kind of needs Amber. Seeker is the best upgrade in the Prime series. There is a Dark Torvus key on Grapple Guardian. Oh, Zora's going for the hints now, too.
We haven't gotten any information on Chica, right?
No, we've actually not gotten information besides, obviously, the Amorbus fight on any bosses.
Just Umos, I think.
Just Umos, yeah.
And technically Amorbus, but Caesar doesn't know that.
Zoro should be able to check all these, but he's going to be
this might be
pretty low on health. He's only got to check 7 hints, not 8, so, because he got the Transport B key.
Ooh, Caesar's going to stumble upon Amber soon.
Alright, so now we're getting new information. The last 3 keys are Aerial Training Site, Screw Attack locked, the one thing MightyCaesar didn't see.
I know,
Torvus Temple, that's okay. Ooh, couldn't get the last one. Oh yeah, Quad's got a power bomb tank. Chat's right. So Quad's dead.
Oh yeah, Quad is dead. So all that's left is Chica.
Unfortunately, Zoro was just missed it by that much, getting the last Sky Temple hint.
That is unfortunate.
So yeah, the 2 new ones we got were Torvus Temple and Aerial Training Site, both of which are now free. Both of which, or I should say, actually no, Torvus Temple's free, Aerial Training Site we need Screw Attack.
Which we need anyways, so it's not really too bad.
You know what, you may be right. This may end up being a hunt for Screw Attack.
Yeah.
I mean, for all Zoro knows, the other key might just show up on the way in any of the rooms not listed.
Like, I don't know. I don't know if I would even go for the last hint. I mean, yeah, it's important, but I feel like one could just gamble on just stumbling upon the last key, as you mentioned, while hunting for the other keys and screw attack.
Yeah, and especially since you have all the translators, there's still a lot of intel left to pick up here, so it is possible that some of that intel could be the Sky Temple hint we don't know about. MightyCaesar getting the scan dashes to continue back towards Torvis.
Wait, did he not get Amber?
He did.
Oh, okay.
He just got it off the ship. He's headed back there now. I think he got Amber.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, because he came back through Wind Chamber the other way, so...
Ooh, that amount of health is scary.
Yeah, I once came back from, I think it was actually a 2 or 3 E-Tank Variasuit check, went this way, almost died. It was at like 5 health because I forgot about the Dark Pirates, and I didn't refill my health.
Oh.
It was like, scary, scary. Thank God the War Wasps were there. I think it was during one of our Saturday weekly races.
Alright, so we're finally going to see Torvis.
Somehow MightyCaesar got to Torvis first.
Yeah.
Despite just picking up Amber Translator.
Alright, so let's see what's in Torvis Lagoon. They can't get it now because they have gravity boost, so it's a good time to go there.
Yeah, actually, come to think of it, Torvis is full clearable except for Poison Bog.
No boost
and
ball
Dungeon.
Still.
Oh yeah, we're still down a boost ball an hour and a half in.
This might be a boostless seed.
Energy Tank and Poison Bog.
Oh, that would be nice. Oh well. But yeah, they can get the majority of items overall. Dark Upper Torvis. They can get everything in Dark Upper Torvis, I think.
Yeah, they can get the two...
They can't get out of Dark Torvis Arena.
Actually, they can. Oh, well, no, Screw Attack. No Screw Attack. You're right. You're right. But yeah, Screw Attack is a logical way out of Dark Torvis Arena. I once actually had Screw Attack on Boost Guardian and Boost Ball in Half Pipe in No Tricks.
Nice.
There is something that is not the Plasma Beam in Transit Tunnel East.
Transit Tunnel East.
That's the one...
Good
yeah, that's a pretty good check, too, because it's not the Annihilator Beam one. Well, granted, we could check that anyway, but...
Yeah, that's the Dark Beam one, I think.
Yes.
So yeah, for those who aren't familiar, sometimes you'll get a joke hint where you'll get a fake item location in green with a real location. What is a joke hint, but the hint system is basically telling you there's something there.
Yeah, those joke hints always point to a non-expansion. Chat's saying it could be Boost Ball. That is actually a very distinct possibility.
It could be Boost Ball, it could be Screw Attack, Grapple, or a Suit. Those are the major items left unaccounted for, I think.
Yeah, and we know of Echo Visor. It's on Sank Map Station, which we need both our suits for, so...
They're probably not getting it.
Probably not, unless that one last Sky Temple key is in someplace stupid is in Airy.
I would laugh so hard if it was an Airy.
Me too.
I mean, you could check Airy, to be fair. You would just offline. Which wouldn't be a bad play if you happen to be in the area, honestly, at that point, because like it's basically telling you, do I need Echo Visor?
Yeah, and unfortunately, though, I don't think our runners are coming back to Sank for a long time. Not given what they can clear here in Torvis.
Caesar's having a tough time with this BSJ. This BSJ is a little awkward just because at the peak of your bomb jump, there's kind of a tiny little ledge in the wall that might block you off, so you kind of have to jump forward in your BSJ. Although I think he's also just unmorphing late.
I'm actually surprised he's not just going around because, well, granted, he doesn't have a grapple, so it wouldn't necessarily be that easy to get to back up here. But I would have gone the other way to check Portal Chamber and Forgotten Bridge.
Honestly, just like that, they're actually pretty close to each other.
Yeah.
Zoro's only like a room or two away, so.
Yeah, that's the abandoned worksite key we know about already.
Yep. So you could either go back to Torvus Temple or check what's in Forgotten Bridge.
Yeah, and with no boost ball, we can't go around Torvus Grove to open up the Forgotten Bridge access convenience shortcut. I don't know. Zoro's space or like doing some weird stuff to try and get this light ammo tank. I don't know why he's spending a lot of time on this.
You can do a BSJ after just rolling underneath the little cylinder thing, and you don't have to fix the camera because the camera's already set up for you with that. Guess he doesn't know about that though.
Yeah, like I said, it's a light ammo tank, so I'm curious to why he's putting so much time into this. But he gets the light ammo tank, so points for perseverance, I guess.
Caesar's having a bit of trouble with this BSJ too. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, that's Caesar's second key overall.
So I wonder if Zoro's going to follow Caesar, or if he's going to opt to go for Torvus Temple. Oh, Caesar didn't check this, I think.
The missile tank, he did.
Oh,
he got it.
Okay.
Yeah, Zoro's gonna go ahead and waltz right over. Gonna waltz right over the Torvus Temple access, which we know is. Actually, no, that's not a key. The Torvus Temple itself is a key.
I haven't listened. Torvus Temple access is also a key, so he's getting 2 keys.
No, that's under Temple access. Torvus Temple access is a Torvus key. Torvus Temple key.
I could be wrong, but I have listed a Kurtz Lake Torvus Temple access in Torvus under Temple access Arrow Training Site and Abandoned Work Site.
Oh,
I might have missed.
We'll get to double check it anyway.
We'll see. We'll see.
MightyCaesar electing to go straight into Upper Dark Torvus.
He can full clear everything besides Chica, which we know is dead. Do we? No, we don't.
No, Chica's the only boss we don't know is dead.
He can full clear this area, at least all the items that he knows about.
Yeah, and we already know Poison Bog is trash. This is going to be a really awkward power bomb.
I don't know if I would go for that. Well, he should survive.
Yeah. He picked up the gold energy too, so yeah, he's fine. Scary though.
Right, so Zoro is also going to get an extra item in the energy controller along with the hints up.
Yeah, this also activates the hologram. Oh, that's the missing Sky Temple key, Cache.
Okay. Well then.
Oh, that's actually really good news for Zoro because he's going to waltz right into that.
Huh, okay.
And now Chica's definitely dead. Chica's only guarding a missile.
So
and
at
that was
this
an
point,
key.
Caesar just needs Screw Attack, and then he's in go mode.
Screw Attack and...
That's it.
Boost? Not even Boost Ball.
No, you don't need Boost Ball.
That's crazy.
That is so janky. What a seed.
This after all that back and forth we had in Aegon. And, Chad points out, probably also need a suit.
I mean, I guess by logic you technically need a suit. I don't... yeah, you would technically need a suit for the last bosses.
And you were correct, the temple access does have a key. My bad.
It's all good. Neither of them checked the portal chamber or whatever the portal room is called.
Yeah, neither of them checked portal chamber.
I have a habit of skipping that on accident because kind of want to go there sometimes just to lower the bridge in Torvus Lagoon. So yeah, this is kind of the hunt for screw attack, at least for Caesar.
Yeah.
I'm sure Zoro will stumble upon it pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, Caesar's missing 2 key hints. He's missing the key hints for... That's another Torvus key. Now, granted, when he gets to the Torvus Temple, he's going to learn Chick is dead and probably breathe a sigh of relief. But...
Oh, yeah. What are the hints that Caesar didn't get?
He missed the last 2 before Cache A, which was... One of them should have been the Transport B access. One of them should have been Transport B access, but he knows about that already. The 2 he missed...
He didn't see an aerial training site, I think.
Aerial training site, and it's in my head. It's like I know where it is, but I just can't remember right off the top.
Site? Oh, he got that one. Under Temple access? He got that too.
Yeah, the last 2 were aerial
Temple ones.
It was free. Transit Tunnel East. No, not Transit Tunnel East. Sorry, that's where Plasma Beam (?) is.
Well, at this point, you also want to get all the E-Things you can get, so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, so aerial training site is the only one he doesn't know about, and he didn't look at it because he was there. Oh my god, that is so unfortunate.
Yeah, he didn't look at it because he didn't have screw attack. He didn't think it necessary.
Ooh.
Yeah, what was the other... I'm trying to remember what that second hint that Zoro picked up was that Caesar didn't.
I think it was one of the Torvus Temple ones. I could be wrong, though.
I think it was Torvus Temple as well. Yeah, Torvus Temple. Torvus Temple itself, I think, was the last one. So yeah, so MightyCaesar is actually going to be, playing the Daredevil role again.
Yeah, well, he's gonna have to wait here unless he wants to go for. He can get that. He can cash here. Yeah. That is unlucky. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, problem solved.
Yep.
But yeah, Zoro has got to be feeling real. As I said before, like if Zoro could have stumbled upon that last key, he'd be in business. And now he's just looking for screw attack and probably a suit.
Mm-hmm. Echo Visor could be required. It really comes down to where screw attack to be, and we don't know anything about it.
Yeah, I would assume that there might be a hint for it. Because
I haven't gotten that many hints in this seed.
Yeah. Because we
gotten any Amber one.
Zoro didn't check a lot of Zoro and MightyCaesar both didn't check a lot of Cobalt hints. Lower Torvus is really where the intel comes in because there are 3 Emerald hints in close proximity to each other.
Mm-hmm. And they both have gravity boost. Alright, so Zoro is going to stumble upon the key now, and then he's going to know that all he needs is screw attack.
And Portal Chamber is just a missile. Portal Chamber. But yeah, hopefully Zoro does, connect the dots and realize that's the key he's didn't get the hint for.
If he does, he must be cheering in his head. You're like, yes! Got the last key! Now, do either of these players know how to do any sort of out of bounds?
MightyCaesar knows a little bit, but not a whole lot. I mean, I've seen, from what I've seen him practice the out of bounds in Aegon, in front of Dark Samus's room.
Oh, that one. Yeah, that one's pretty simple. The one in the Portal Chamber here is also simple.
Yeah, this one's like just jump to the wall.
It is technically a slope jump, but Yes, it is very simple.
There's apparently an invisible spider ball track that wasn't removed.
Yeah, there's an invisible spider track.
Ooh, there's an energy tank there in Venomous Pond. Actually, I think
Caesar was going for that. I don't remember if he succeeded or not.
definitely
I
didn't
don't
because
think he
he's
got
still
it.
running 3 E-tanks.
Yeah. But yeah, it looks like he didn't know about the exploit to just jump on a plant to get the E-tank. Zoro just did that. So, Caesar's about to breathe a sigh of relief about no Chica.
So yeah, no wow, so actually assuming, Screw Attack's not on Spider Guardian himself or behind Dark Samus, this could end up being, besides Boost and Jump Guardian, obviously a no bosses seed.
No bosses?
Well,
it's on a Screw Attack.
Yeah.
So yep, the hunt begins. Oh my god, if Screw Attack happens to be an Airy, that would be the most hilarious thing.
I hope we get a hint for it too, because it just it gives you time to let it sink in.
I think Zoro's going for the out of bounds. He's going in this direction. Oh no, he hasn't checked the hints in the light version of this world, I think. Not the hint, the item here.
No, and it is a missile tank anyway.
We know we can't just go to Airy. Echo Visor can't be an Airy, so at the very least there's that.
Indeed. We're getting some new intelligence here. We are getting... Oh my god. There it is. Screw Attack.
Okay.
Screw Attack in Underground Tunnel.
So technically, Caesar is in go mode, sort of. He needs health and suits, maybe, but for the most part, he's basically in go mode, but he doesn't know about the rest of the Sky Temple hints.
Ooh, and he just got the Amorbus hint, too.
That is very valuable.
Zoro's gonna be face-palming when he sees that one. The joke hint for Transcendental East is still not confirmed yet. We don't know what it is.
Another E-Tank, he will gladly take that. So yeah, Bossless Seed, no boost.
Yeah, no Boost Guardian, no Spider Guardian, no Temple Guardians, no anything.
Tisk. Curious to know what Zoro's going for here.
I'm not sure either, to be honest.
Because I use that out of bounds just as a quick shortcut to get back to the light world, but...
Unless he's trying to get to Torvus Plaza access, which kinda doesn't make sense without Boost Ball.
Oh, Caesar's gonna be... He's gonna be hunting the world for the last Sky Temple key in Aero Training Site, because he doesn't know about it.
Yeah, this
just comes down to whether Caesar stumbles upon it or not, I think.
Or after picking up a couple more items, he checks his hints again.
I'm pretty confident Zoro's going to stumble upon Screw Attack soon. He's going in this direction. And he's going to know that that's GG. He's ready to go.
MightyCaesar is electing to go straight towards Under Temple access to get the key there.
Not a bad idea.
Probably going to check Hydro Dynamo storage while he's at it.
Power Bomb Guardian's going to be a pain, though, because no boost ball.
Yeah, we already know he's not going to get bailed out by Under Temple access since it's a key. And Zoro, frustration Q.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough when you when you get all the keys, but you're just not sure.
But yeah, is there anything that Zoro does not know at this point? He should know that he's in go mode now.
I think so. He's still looking for either a suit or more health.
That's true.
Because, yeah, I mean, despite everything we have seen, a suit is not one of them.
A suit may be in Transit Tunnel East.
It could be.
It's either a suit or grapple beam, I think.
Well, it's not Grapple Beam, because Grapple Beam just got passed up in Hydro Dynamo storage.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention to Caesar's screen. Alright. Has to be a suit then. Or boost.
Or Boost Ball. Or a key. It can point to a key.
That's true.
Because we are missing a couple of Anghive keys and a Torvis. Never mind. There's a suit.
Nope. We're good to go. Well.
Yeah, Zoro's probably going to catch that.
Yeah, he has to go to Under Temple Act anyways. Looks like he's going to Aegon first.
Maybe he just wanted to open the door?
Oh, he's turning back. Because I believe there's no reason to go to Aegon at this point.
No, absolutely not.
Nothing's there. So they still need a Cursed Lake, and they got both Torvis Temple Sky Temple keys and the Abandoned Work Site, so... Yeah, it's a Cursed Lake, Under Temple Access, and Aero Training Site.
Yeah, a little bit spread out for Zoro, but it's just a matter of time now at this point.
Will Caesar find the Aero Training Site STK before Zoro cleans it up? Kind of doubt it, but we'll see. There is an elevator straight to Sanctuary in Lower Torvid, so...
Yeah, only downside is MightyCaesar would have to walk up the long way to get to that neck of the woods. Because
yeah,
he's below Cat West.
and going to aerial training sites is probably not a top priority because it's just one check in that area.
And Zoro's heading in this direction, though, so I would actually wager after he picks up the suit, he's going to turn right around and nope out of Torvis. Not a bad, boostless Powerbomb Guardian fight. Hydro Dynamo Station was a red key, neither runner picked it up. Hydro Dynamo Storage was Grapple Beam. And that's the suit for Zoro, and he is deciding to go fight Powerbomb Guardian for some reason. I wonder if Zoro might have just not misremembered that the Cache 8 key is the one he didn't have already. All right, so Mighty Caesar is warping. I'm wondering if this is another attempt to get the remaining Sky Temple key hints. Especially now with Dark Suit in tow. Yes, Sacrificial Chamber is a key.
I have my mic muted. Oops.
Oh. It's okay. I've done it.
Happens.
Oof. Yeah, these last couple switches are going to be tough because now Powerbomb Guardian is lobbing bombs like there's no tomorrow.
I think you're like intended to go clockwise, so that's technically the last one you're supposed to get, I think. But
yeah, this last one is the easiest one to reach. And yeah, as I had suspected, Mighty Caesar is going for his remaining 3 hints, which are going to be.
Facepalm's gonna come up soon.
What'd you say?
The facepalm is gonna come up soon.
Oh yeah. Either that or a super missile to the Sky Temple key holster. It's kind of unfortunate that the Sky Temple key hints don't have any like flavor text. It just outright tells you, hey, the key's there. Whereas in the in Prime 1, it's the lore side. I don't know. I think I maybe hit it in Phazon Corridor Alpha or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I like
it's
those.
Like that's what it actually says.
I like those a lot. I do admit it can add just a little bit of unnecessary fluff if you don't really care about that. But hey.
I mean, I'm a sucker for comedy, so anytime I could smile,
I love
will.
them too.
Alright, so Curse Lake, he knows. Q Facepalm.
Ooh.
Oh, wait, no, that's Transport B. Now Q Facepalm.
Yep. I could see some people not liking the Prime 1 as much from just a lot of extra dialogue you read through. Alright, well. Your bow's in go mode, basically.
Yeah, Mighty Caesar knows what must be done now.
Right, I'm guessing Zoro took Under Temple access because paying attention to Caesar.
Yeah, he got the Under Temple key.
Okay. They both got the Under Temple key, right? So it's just a Cursed Lake and Aerial Training Site left.
A Cursed Lake, Aerial Training Site, and in Mighty Caesar's case, Transport B access, which is right around the corner, too.
Yeah, this was both a friendly and not so friendly seed.
Yeah, friendly in terms of not a lot of bosses, but a lot of back and forth.
Yeah, like Sky Temple keys are in pretty solid locations for the most part, but early game back and forth was not pleasant.
And one debated a Morbus.
Oh yeah. I mean, it looks like he's going to check this item up here because it's something important. Probably. Loose ball would be very nice.
Yeah, we know there is a unique item here. It's the other suit.
Yep. That's not needed, but it's definitely nice. Yeah, you can check what that item is without doing any of the puzzles if you're coming in from the other side. You have a brief moment to glimpse at it before the camera turns around.
Yeah.
I think you were commentating my race yesterday, right?
Yes.
I pulled up with the map in that room just to freeze the camera so I can take a look at what the item was.
It's a nice, that's a nice idea, actually.
Although if it's a suit, then it's really obvious because the suit is really big.
Yeah, it's the biggest item, I think, in the pickup pool.
Mm-hmm.
While power bombs are the, light up like a Christmas tree, light beam close second.
Oh, where is he going?
He's going to transport B access for the key.
Transport B access. Oh yeah,
Right here.
Caesar, right. I'm not sure where Zoro is going in this case.
Yeah, I don't know why he hasn't.
Gone to aerial training site from the lower torp. He would have to take the long way around, but I don't think there's a faster way to go about it anyway. Because there's no elevator in Upper Sanctuary.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember because MightyCaesar was up on Zoro for one particular key, and I'm trying to remember which one it was.
Can't think of any. They both got both Torpus Temple keys. Under Temple access. Yeah, I don't know. I think the tracker might be off, because I think Zoro should only be missing 2 keys, but...
He might only be missing 2 keys, but we'll double check once he picks up the 9th key and once he picks up the aerial training site key, I think.
Oh, he's going here again. I guess he didn't realize that he got the missing hint.
Yeah, I think...
I think he just realized, and that's going to cost a lot of time.
Actually, no, he's got to go, or he's going back for gravity. Oh, is he going back for gravity booster?
Does he not have it?
Oh, he shouldn't have because he died here. Oh, no, he does. Never mind. I thought he lost his gravity booster when he died, but I guess came back for gravity booster while I wasn't looking.
Yeah, so this is suddenly... Yeah, this race is certainly something. It's kind of been going back and forth now. The Caesar knows about aerial training site now, so they're both effectively in go mode, but Zoro is taking some time to get the hints again. We might have missed something, I don't know. But he's gonna have to go all the way to aerial training site.
He may have also not written them all down and has to get them, doesn't remember them, and since he died, he can't check. Okay, so yeah, he does have 7, so it is just a Cursed Lake and...
aerial training site. Yeah, he realized right there. Okay.
And he did save the ship, so he's not losing any keys or anything.
I wonder why Caesar's going to Aegon.
I think he is attempting to go to Sank's spider side to get to aerial training site quicker.
That would make sense. That is the closest elevator to aerial training sites. But you're taking a detour through Aegon. So I don't know which would be faster.
It's only a 3-room detour. To be fair, it's this and the Aegon elevator is much closer to the ship than the Sank vault side elevator.
That's true. Oh yeah. Okay, so they're both in the same spot now. Zoro is about to get a Cursed Lake, and he's then gonna go to aerial training site.
Yeah, Zoro's is gonna take a couple extra minutes though because MightyCaesar has the Cursed Lake key. So it is going to come down to execution, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
Strap yourselves in. This could get interesting real fast. I don't know why MightyCaesar is getting this key. Where is he going? This does not take you to... Oh, wait, no, this does. Never mind. Wrong. Nope, we're good. We're good.
Yeah, he does.
I was talking about MightyCaesar. I thought he was going to the wrong elevator for a minute.
Oops, my bad. But yeah, this has been really interesting because, like, in terms of general progression, this race has been kind of going back and forth. Like, 10 minutes ago, I would have said that Zoro had this race in the bag, and then went to check the keys again, and then Caesar got the intel he needed. So now Caesar's the one who's favored.
Yeah, this is
A double screw attack.
although Zoro has the advantage of Zoro has the advantage right now of more health and light suit. Now, granted, 5 tank Dark Suit Emperor Ing is perfectly doable. Minimum I've done is 3, so I would imagine MightyCaesar would be not have too much trouble with 5 tank Dark Suit. It really just depends on how cooperative Emperor Ing 3 is with Screw Attack.
Dark Samus 4.
Yeah, that too. But even then, you do get a free refill before the boss.
Not much of anything has been required. That is true. No boost ball.
No boost ball. Technically, Cobalt wasn't required. Ember wasn't really required.
Emerald was definitely required.
Yeah, Emerald was absolutely required.
No Echo Visor. No, well, I guess suits are kind of required.
Yeah, suits, Dark Suit, Dark Visor, Spider Ball. Annihilator Beam you could have gone away with, though.
Yeah, they didn't need an Annihilator.
Yeah, because theoretically, the game was expecting you, I think, to use Dark Visor and Dark Beam. Actually, no, you can't get to Battleground without Light Beam, so... Yeah, you actually were expected to use Annihilator Beam for Light World access to go back for...
Wait, you were? Hold on. You need Spider Ball to get Light Beam. And
Right.
Spider Ball was where again?
Spider Ball was in Doomed Entry.
Oh, yeah, okay, they did need an Annihilator. Right. Yeah.
So yeah, Annihilator, you still had to get Annihilator.
I mean, you could have ship warped, technically, but ship warping is not taken into account in logic, so...
Yeah. MightyCaesar might deliver a Rage Power Bomb to this key, we'll see. Nope. It's gonna be all business and just go for it.
Yeah. Caesar has this in the bag. I think he's pretty far ahead at this point, but comes down to the last bosses.
Yeah, THK. I don't have any, no extra ticks to my boss tally today. It's okay though. We've got 3 more matches queued up for this week. Plenty of possibilities.
Very disappointed about the lack of bosses. Oh, yeah, he's going for the save, I think, to ship warp.
Yeah, this is the fastest way back to the ship right now.
Yeah, and conveniently, the ship is pretty close to the Sky Temple area.
Something I actually learned about the Ingworm balls in Sky Temple is that if your missiles are not full, they're guaranteed to give you 10 missiles, and if your missiles are full, they're guaranteed to give you a power bomb.
Oh yeah, they do. They always give double missile drops, and then power bombs.
Like the only case where it violates the, well, it kind of gives dependent on inventory, but it's a fixed pickup depending on your inventory.
Yeah, there are a few other crates like that. There are a set of crates in TSA, for example, that always give you missile drops, which makes sense.
Yeah, and I think storage D also always gives Dark Beam.
Yep. I'm sure there are other crates that do that, but I can't remember off the top of my head. Yeah, the lack of boost ball sucks because they have to take the long way around in main gyro.
Yeah.
Zoro's about to get his last key. Was gravity boost required?
No, actually. We could have gone to Undertemple access without it easily.
Yeah.
Although,
Sure.
it was required for the suits.
Okay, so indirectly required, I suppose.
Because, well, actually, yeah, it was required for the suits because one suit was in Transit Tunnel East, which you can't get up to the bomb slot without. I don't even think the bomb slot works until you get gravity boost. And the other suit was in Undertemple up the screw attack ramp, which I think you would either have to fight Powerbomb Guardian and get there from Undertemple. Actually, you could get there from Undertemple access, so you just had to fight Powerbomb Guardian as soon as you enter the room, and then claim your suit as your spoils. So technically, yes, Gravity Booster could have been gotten away without today.
I think there might be a puzzle here or there that I'm missing in my head.
I don't think so, because if you can get to Undertemple and then go back out through Undertemple access,
The question is, how do you get to Undertemple in the first place without gravity boost?
Which I think you can from the
sacrificial chamber area.
Yeah.
You should be able to. And then you can just come back out.
And then just take the just save warp out by boosting up the central pipe. So yeah, I think gravity boost could have been gotten away without today.
All right, so let's see how Caesar's last bosses are.
Electing to go for super missile strats on the eye. A little too far to the right on the first shot. Gets stunned by the laser, so this is going to be a 2-cycle. Sneaks in a second super missile in time. I like, by the way, how at least a second or two after the last tentacle was taken out, the dark ball still fires.
Ooh.
Ooh, Emperor is at like 10 HP.
Oh. Brutal.
And now Emperor is doing the tentacle portal attack, which I think actually makes the tentacles a little more resilient temporarily. Because suddenly, during that attack, when the tentacles are glowing rainbow colored, for whatever reason, they're not one-shot kill by light beam.
Honestly, this comes down to Dark Samus 4. Like, Zoro can very much catch up if Caesar gets centered really quickly.
Absolutely. So yeah, folks, strap yourselves in. This is going to be a pretty interesting last 5 minutes. Having a little bit of trouble with the power bombs here. I would imagine by this point, both runners are thinking, wow, I'm getting to into Sky Temple and my opponent hasn't done yet.
Yeah. All right.
MightyCaesar getting a pair of fairly good screw attacks, and this should actually almost did it.
I think.
Ooh, he is taking a lot of chip damage here. But down goes Emperor 3.
And he's good to go. These
And
two are
now
about
it's
to
time.
high-five each other.
High five each other, and we get some nostalgia. Because, yeah, I don't think they... Yeah. I don't think, besides Zero Mission, I don't think we've heard this scene, this escape tune in any other Metroid game.
Well, besides it is an NES Metroid, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. I think so.
Because they don't bring it back for the other Prime games. They don't bring it back for Other M. So yeah.
For Supers as well. All right.
And technically, Zero Mission is an NES Metroid remake too. So
now he's opting for Annihilator.
All right. So MightyCaesar's just gonna stand underneath Dark Samus here to avoid damage. Although it looks like Dark Samus is actually moving back just slightly. Got a little bit of damage in on that first one. Oh, I think we're going to go to DS4 here.
Oof.
Yeah, this is going to be that... MightyCaesar only got one partial screw attack in, so...
I hate going for a screw attack. It's just so unreliable for me.
Yeah, you were showing off the Dark Beam method last night, which was pretty impressive, if I may say.
It's just reliable. That's why I like it. The idea behind the screw attack method is that if you touch the barrier, you only touch the barrier once per barrier. So if you touch the barrier, then you can just screw attack through it on the same barrier. But, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think this is going to be enough for Zoro to catch up.
He would have to have a pretty miracle-heavy Emperor 3. He's also getting bullied by the dark puddles.
One more shot should do from Caesar. Like DS4 could just decide to fire missiles without giving you face on, but she's not going to fire missiles for over 2 minutes.
No, absolutely not. And now DS4 has to stay up because she's down to her last HP.
There it is.
And that is going to do it, ladies and gentlemen. MightyCaesar37 finishes in first place with an official SRL time of 2:15.50.
That was surprisingly close.
Get your GGs in chat. That was a fantastic race, ladies and gentlemen.
That was certainly a race.
Certainly one of the most interesting seeds I've seen. Like, not boss heavy, but still a lot of back and forth.
Caesar's like, well, that was a seed. Yep, it was. I think Zoro would have won if he did not do the unnecessary Sky Temple key check, because that did cost a few minutes.
It did, yeah.
But I like both players made these kind of mistakes in general, so I think this race could have swung the other way just off of one less mistake.
Yeah, we are now joined by MightyCaesar37 in the booth. MightyCaesar, GG to you.
GG. So, yeah. How about aerial training site?
I should have looked up. It would have saved me about 1 minute and 30 seconds if I had. I don't know how to do the jump there, so I wouldn't have been able to get the Sky Temple, okay? But it would have saved me one more check. The keys.
Yeah, both of you were not able to get all the Sky Temple go. Because Zoro also died when trying to get them, and he missed one hint in his first attempt. Yeah. And you also missed like 3 hints, I think, but for both of you, Cache A was the one that you missed, so that was lucky.
Yeah.
Ooh, Zoro managing to stop Emperor Ring 3 from charging there. Very nice precision.
Man, this. I thought it was probably going to be close, judging by some of the mistakes I made in my routing, but I didn't expect it to be this close.
Yeah, it was really close.
Yeah, pretty much your actually two things cost Zoro a lot of time. Number one is he went back for GFMC earlier to get Amber and picked up the red key in Sand Cache. He got baited into doing a Morbus for reading the hint in Underground Tunnel. You luckily did not pick up Amber right away, so you didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, so like early Amber was a blessing, but also kind of debated Zoro.
Yeah,
So, like, you were
means
kind
he
of ahead
got
of the
several more
rollout.
hints that I didn't. But
I don't think most of the Amber hints were useful, if I remember.
No, they
correctly.
weren't. We didn't
Yeah.
even see the Mining Station B hint.
yeah, there were some interesting item placements.
Yeah,
Light beam, super missiles, spider ball. Yeah.
oof.
I'm glad I thought to check back at what the beam combo that hint told me about was, because yeah, if I hadn't found supers, I would have been very, very lost.
Yeah, because I think the Annihilator Beam was meant to be your Light World access up until you got Spider Ball and Doomed Entry. Because I think you were expected to, get Annihilator Beam, get Spider Ball, go back, and then go to the other, go get Light Beam, then go get your Super Missiles. Zoro, meanwhile, has just finished after a very nicely done DS4 skip. Second place, official SRL time, 2:19:46.
GG. You both literally passed by each other, like as you were exiting Emperor Ring, Zoro was entering the fight.
Nice vertical high five there.
So, where was Light Suit?
It was the Transit Tunnel East.
Yeah, finding my first suit an hour and 15 minutes in was interesting.
It's better than me, I guess.
Yeah, Zoro found the suit just after you did, actually.
Yeah.
That's when he found his first suit or the light suit?
Both of you found the dark suit in Under Temple at a... Zoro found it just after you did.
Huh. So I guess we probably took pretty similar routing minus him getting Amber earlier.
Yeah, on a high level, sort of, yeah. Like you both kind of converged after you got Amber. You ended up going through Sanctuary and cleaning it up early-ish, and both of you went to Torvus really late.
I hate not having boost ball.
I know.
It's awful.
We were wondering if this was going to be a boostless seed, and when we saw the Echo Visor hint, we were also concerned because you need both suits for that, but...
Yeah, I was like,
That's
oh,
needed.
please, yeah.
That was very close. GG, though.
Yeah, I'm happy I did DS4 skip. I didn't expect it. But it worked out. That's one Sky Temple key and Sanctuary Fortress was.
It's actually kind of funny because MightyCaesar walked right by it and didn't look because he didn't have screw attack at the time.
Yeah, there were some mistakes that both of you made, but the race was so close that like just one routing change would have changed the race outcome.
Yeah, like I died at the entryway for Sky Temple.
Oh, Caesar did too.
And
Both of
I
you
was
did.
on my last int, and I was like, oh gosh.
Yeah, I think that was fine because there was a high chance you would just stumble upon the last Sky Temple key while getting the others, and that's what happened.
Yeah, but
Both of you.
at some point I didn't know how many keys I have left, so that's why I returned to the to the gate for Sky Temple. I was
Mhm.
like, I know where the two remaining are, but it's kind of a walk.
Yeah. When I found Grapple, I took one look at it and like, yeah, I'm not grabbing that.
What was grapple again?
Same.
It was in Dynamo Storage, I think.
Yeah, it was past Alpha Blog.
Yeah, not worth.
Nope.
But Annihilator for Spider Ball was pretty interesting.
Annihilator for Spider Ball for Light Beam.
Yes.
Yeah, for supers.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right,
Yeah,
so
close.
any last words about that? Because that was certainly a race.
It was.
I'm glad I didn't get as lost as I did in my race against Kirby.
Oh,
was kind-
yeah,
I
that
was-
seed sucked.
I was kind of lost without Boost Ball. like, and like, the workaround without Boost is such a.
It's a pain.
Uh,
Like you can't open the Forbidden Bridge gate either. It's
yeah,
annoying.
and the
I
Mind
also
Jaru
lost a
chamber
little bit of
boost
time
wall.
due to-
In Mind Jaru 2, it was.
Well, you have to keep going around main gyro chamber because you couldn't open a shortcut.
Like,
so-
I think what cost me the most time is my double check for the Sky Temple keys and my roll jump in Sanctuary Fortress.
Hmm.
Like, I found Cobalt and I was like, it wasn't useful at all.
I lost a lot of time at Great Bridge, which is my least favorite BSJ in the game.
Hey, that BSJ is annoying. And there was also a banded work site you had some trouble with.
Yeah, but in work site, yeah. This room without screw.
Actually, MightyCaesar,
Yes.
you were playing quite the daredevil role with a few Dark World checks. I noticed, especially in Dark Torvis and Ninghive, you were cutting it close quite a number of times.
What? 3 energies close now?
Yeah, by my definition, it is.
Like, without suit, I'm taking every energy tank I find.
And I think the
No,
seed
I was
expected
thinking,
you to have
oh,
a suit
I
for
messed
11.
up, I messed up, and then, oh, okay.
At some point, I took a light ammo expansion for an energy tank. I think it was in Path of Roots.
Yeah, that's what it was.
But
But yeah, we were wondering about that because we were like, why is he going out this far out of his way for a light ammo tank?
Yeah, but I don't know why I took it for an energy tank. And when I grabbed it, I was like, god damn it.
It happens.
Yeah, like when I was trying to exit the upper Dark Torvis, my sister walked in to ask me what I wanted to order for lunch. So I looked away and I looked back and I'm at 20 hit points and I needed to destroy a super missile door.
Ooh.
That's scary.
I'm like, please load, please load, please load.
Damn.
Good dear.
That was a nice race. Nice seed. Better than my last one.
It seems like everyone's first seed were interesting and worse.
Yes, Miss Metroid, I wonder who made the layout that you made. An excellent question.
Yeah, it was fun. Like, it was really close.
Yeah, it
And-
ended up being a 4-minute finish between the two of you.
And
Yeah.
that one it points at improving one.
Mm-hmm.
That last shot was like, oh my god, please.
And
Actually,
it's 3
Mighty
minute
Caesar, I
difference,
think, also
see.
had the same problem.
Which problem?
That Embering one had like just a couple HP left before he went down.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
finished him off with Power Beam. And uncharged.
Oh boy, that's quite the thing. I know how to place my supers against him, so
Yeah,
pretty
I
neat.
messed up my DS4 skip pretty poorly. Like I only got one screw attack off, and then I messed up 3 more.
I thought I messed it up, but and ended up that I was like, oh okay,
Oof,
I
I
can
hate the
still do
screen
it.
attack method. So janky. That's why I always restart screen.
Yeah.
Well, with
Well,
that said, I think we are going to wrap things up this for today's match. So our next, looking at the schedule here, our next Prime 2 Randomizer tournament race will be Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That is the match between Digglerath and Clyde. Then on Thursday, we've got a pair of matches coming up at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. We've got Bellator versus THK573, and at 8 p.m. we've got Jagger G versus DCR. That should be a good race.
Hi, I'm DCR.
Yeah, that should be a good one.
Thanks to Captain MD13 and Kirby Master for commentating and Op for tracking. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for tracking, and thanks, Captain, for having me on last minute.
Oh no problem.
Thank you.
I'm actually really glad you came on because yeah, Op signed up to track close to the last hour too. So I was like, thank you both, really, because that it made today a lot easier for me. Believe me.
Commentating and tracking would just be really janky.
Especially with a
Commentating and
seed like
tracking
this
for
where
two
stuff was
people.
popping up every 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you all that. And once again, shout outs to Miss Metroid for making the nice background art for this tournament, because it is really pretty. But
I have one last word. Thank you,
Go.
my computer, for not freezing in the middle of the race.
fair enough.
Yeah.
But
That's it.
with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day, and we will see you next mission.
Peace.
Peace.